Originally, 135 people were supposed to be on board this plane. It was very publicized. It was a very clear policy from the Johnson government. In the end, it was up to 7 people who had been expected to be removed to the East African country. But the flight was cancelled after the European Court of Human Rights stepped in. So, as I was saying, in fast-moving developments, it followed earlier on in the day, on Tuesday, a UK court saying the flight could go ahead, and that came after a series of legal challenges in Britain failed. So we went from 7 to 6 to 5 to 4, then to 0 people being allowed onto that plane and for it to leave. It was due to take off at 22:30 UK time from a military airport, we understand, in Wiltshire. But after a series of linked judgments in Strasbourg and earlier in London, all passengers were removed from it. So in a statement, hours before the flight's planned departure, this European Court of Human Rights said it had granted what they called an urgent interim measure in the case of an Iraqi man known only as KN. This is only granted in exceptional circumstances, on an exceptional basis, when the applicants would otherwise face a risk of irreversible harm. That decision clearly contradicted the earlier one and the ruling by judges here in London who had found no immediate risk to those being sent in to Rwanda. Now, where this is really surprising is that hours earlier, Boris Johnson, during a cabinet meeting and in a pooled clip to the British media, said the government, quote, was going to get on and deliver on its asylum plan. He told ministers the objective was to ensure there was a clear distinction between immigration to the UK by safe and legal routes, that the government supports, quote, and dangerous and illegal cross-channel migration, which, he said, we intend to stop. And this was after Foreign Secretary Liz Truss went to all kinds of TV and radio studios saying that however few asylum seekers would be on that plane, that plane would absolutely take off on Tuesday evening.